Let's come to order. Welcome to our regular meeting of the Town Council of Nashville, today being Tuesday, February 2, and for the record, it is 7 p.m., our official clock on the wall. We have a number of items to consider tonight. We'll try to move as rapidly as possible. The first thing we have to consider are our minutes of Tuesday, January 6th. Can the minutes be approved as written, or are there changes or variations? Does the chair hear a motion to such?
Mayor, being no corrections or amendments, I move to be approved as read.
It's written?
Presented.
Okay, thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. We approve the minutes of January 6th. Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Okay, they are approved. Okay, our third item, citizen comments. We had no request for that, so we move into the body of our agenda. The first item we have is a presentation and a consideration of a partnership with the Nashville Elementary School. It's going to be presented by the principal, Quintin Manga, who is down front here with many of his associates. Sir, would you come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please? And state your case.
All right. My name is Quintin Manga. And you want my work address or my home address?
Whichever one's legal.
I live at 276 Jacqueline Drive in Nashville.
Nashville. Very good.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Well, good evening, Mayor Street and the Town Council. As I said, my name's Quintin Manga. I'm the principal at Nashville Elementary School, and I thank you for allowing us to come before you tonight to ask for you to join us in partnership with some plans that we have for the school and for an event that we want to create and hopefully have develop an annual run that will allow us to work toward sustaining some funding for some things that we're going to do at our school. So I have given you a presentation, and basically we started out when I got to the school. We were looking at our playground and we talked about wanting to update it and maybe make a few changes, and we got our PTA involved, and Carrie Morningstar, our art teacher, is also the playground committee chairperson, and she has really taken off with this project, and it's just gone well over what we would have ever expected. So it's now evolved into not just trying to upgrade or update what we have, but it's about creating something new and big for our school and for the community. So we have raised a large amount of money to at least be able to start with a phase one of a playground project on our campus, and we have plans for phase two and phase three. And what we would like to do is create an event that involves a 5K run and have you as partners to help us to communicate that out and to allow us to use the streets and the any kind of facilities that we would need to help make that happen. Now I have brought, and our team has come to you with our associates, as Mayor said, and they are awesome young students who can give you just a little bit more perspective on what we're trying to do and where we want to go, and then we'll have Miss Morningstar talk a little bit more about the actual ideas that we have for our race that we would love to begin.
Who speaks first?
In the fall.
Okay.
All right.
Got it. Thank you. You state your name, sugar.
Good evening. My name is Ella Marks, and I am in first grade at
Thank
Nashville
you.
Elementary School. I would like to thank you all for allowing me to speak to you. We are trying to build a new playground at Nashville that is safe for students. We would like a playground that represents what we want Nashville Elementary to be. It needs to be cutting edge, modern, fun, and a great place to learn. Thank you for your support.
My name is Clara Edwards. Nice to see you again.
I would like to have a new playground because my friends and I like to swing, but we can't because many of the swings are broken. Another reason why I want a new playground is because there is such a large amount of students and a small amount of equipment to play on. Hi, I'm Regan Clark. I'm a little nervous. I'm admitting that now. But I've been here for about 4 years, I'd say, and a lot of the times I love to go to recess, and we have a playground that isn't very new, and well, I'm really nervous. I've written a letter to the Panthers owner requesting help raising funds for the playground, and the Carolina Raffles tickets have raised $1,500 successfully, and the raffle at Fall Festival, me and Miss Morningstar have went around the town, and we have asked for donations to raffle off, and we have successfully had a lot of them, and they are all very nice, and our Fall Festival raised nearly $5,000. We also have had a Zaxby's fundraiser, and we raised about $400 for 10% of the sales. Plus, the owner of Zaxby gave us $100 total. The total would be $500 successfully, and I'm just hopeful that the 5th graders will get some time to play on it on the first part of the playground.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Hara, and I am in 4th grade, and I would enjoy a new playground at our school. Nashville Elementary students and parents are trying to raise money for the playground. The teachers at Nashville Elementary are very nice and friendly, and they would love a safe place for all the students at school to play on. The playground we have now is in sad shape. The students, parents, and teachers at Nashville Elementary would love your help raising money for our new playground. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members, and citizens of Nashville. My name is James Andrew Bird. I'm a 3rd grade student at Nashville Elementary School in Miss Jasmine Tron's class. We are working very hard to improve our school's playground. The equipment needs to be updated and expanded. Right now, there is not enough playground equipment for the large number of children at my school. We all know that learning is important, but so is recess. Going out to play helps me to exercise my body, but it also works my mind, not to mention it uses up my energy, so I will not drive Miss Tron crazy. I'm here tonight to ask the town council, please help us with the project. It is very expensive to get good equipment. We have been working all year and still having a long ways to go. Please consider helping us move closer to our goal. A new playground will benefit the whole community and will be used year-round by the children of Nashville.
Thank you. Others? Okay, I didn't see her.
Hi, my name is Lauren Tedford. I think that NES should have a new playground so kids can have a safe place to play and exercise in the community. I stay after school with my mom, and I see the neighborhood kids play on the playground. It would be nice if we could raise more money to add more equipment to make the best playground around.
Hi, my name is TeeJay Carney. We need a new playground because most of all our equipment is unsafe. Some of our swings and equipment is broken. We need a new playground because so most kids have fun and have a lot of energy, and most of all we need to learn about how we have fun and have friendship. We should need a new playground because most of the kids um, are sitting on the picnic table and being bored. We should have a new playground equipment because so we can have enough energy to have fun and encourage and have our teachers happy and the other kids happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gary Morningstar. I teach art, but I also have put this. This has been a great group, and I don't know why I'm supposed to follow this because this is hard. They're so wonderful at school. They deserve this. I can promise you that they all are very talkative in my classroom, so I don't know why they were so nervous about, and I'm not sure why I would be nervous. I have 25 of them that I teach every day, and you think that an audience of such a small group, you wouldn't be nearly as nervous, but I think what we're asking you tonight is for a partnership in your revitalization program that you are putting together in Nashville. We would like to ask for you to consider the location of where our school is in the area of Nashville and the fact that there's a park near Nash Central High School and then there's a park near the Hardee's area, and we sit right in the center of that. So there's a good location for us. We have lots of children that are outside in the neighborhoods there that would come to that playground and play. So I think that it really would be wonderful if we could work together as a group and brainstorm of some other wonderful ideas that we could use to fundraise. There's money there. I think that people really do want to help support children and schools, and like they've said, that they have lots of energy, and I can attune for that definitely there's energy to be used. And also the TeeJay mentioned fellowship and spending time with your friends. So I'm asking, in September, we would like to do a 5K, and we'd like to have it here in the town of Nashville. We'd like to have your support and your partnership in reference to using the streets of Nashville, using your uniform specialist as safety, or if we're going to need porta-johns and things like that for the community people that would be staffed with you guys, if there's a chance we could help and have those people help us on this race. Our plan is to do it on September 10th and honor our uniform employees that are here, police officers, ambulance drivers, those kinds of people that help in our community and rally up together and do a 5K. The students have started they're going to start a Cardinal cross-country team next week, and our staff are going to maintain this Cardinal group so people in the community will see them running after school in the afternoons from now until May, and then we're going to support the hospital and the Rocket Mile, and our students will participate in that, and then that will give us a momentum for them to work this summer and get their running abilities. And then in September, we like to do a 5K and ask for your support and partnership together. I'm a big believer as a parent that you don't get anything for free. I think you need to work for it. I think these children will work for it now, and they'll also work for it as this process comes up. So we're not really necessarily looking for a handout, but we would love to work with you and use your brains and your connections that you have with the community and possibly helping us make this work. And like Mr. Mangano mentioned, it would be annual. Maybe it's something we could do every year, and then we could collect money that we could use to maintain the playground. When I met with Mr. Hassel, we talked about the Glover Park needs some maintenance, and I thought to myself, we really should consider how we're going to maintain this once we put this beautiful playground together. We're going to need to have a fund of some kind to maintain it. So if this becomes something really good, like your Blooming Festival or some traditional things that Nashville does, it'd be great to have you all be a partner with us for years to come. I really appreciate all of your time. I think I've hit all the good stuff. And thank you so much for letting our children come. This has been a wonderful thing, a good experience for them. So thank you for what you do for the town.
Yeah, thank you. We certainly had a dynamic presentation, and of course we're going to help you. I'd like to suggest, though, since we've got some time, some lead time coming up to September, that you coordinate with our town manager and he with the police chief and get us a route for where you want to go, because all of the street activities have to be approved by council. And if you just identify where these things are and what your needs are, we'll consider that in its entirety whenever you want to bring it back. And probably the sooner the better, but things just require organization. But thanks, kids, for coming.
Mr. Mayor, let's give this kids a round of applause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Okay. You don't have to leave, but but we'll wait to hear from you. Okay.
Do you want us to leave our poster?
Oh, if you'd like, but you can take it with you if you have any use for it. It'll just set it here in the dark after we leave.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
Well, now that the audience has left. Okay. Hey, next item is a presentation by the Carolinas Gateway Partnership. We have with us tonight Norris Tolson, the new president and CEO, and the vice president with us, Krista Eichert, who's been with us for so long. Norris, you have words for us, please?
I do indeed. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
Mr. Raper, I appreciate you not putting any pressure on me, letting me go behind the kids. My name is Norris Tolson, and I am the new CEO of the Carolina Gateways Partnership, and I wanted to come and say hello to many of you who I know, and thank you for your support. We are Krista Eichert, who you know well. Krista reminded me on the way over here that not to say anything ugly about her because you guys love her to death and you might run me out of town on a rail. So I won't do that. But it's what I'm trying to do is get around to all the councils and to the commissioners. First of all, say thank you for your support, and also to tell you that there's some interesting things going on with the partnership. We see some really good opportunity for what we're trying to do in the Twin Counties. We cannot do that without the support of the town councils and the commissioners and all the other people that financially support what we do at the partnership. We are really excited over some interesting projects that we've got coming. This week, got coming to visit. I wish I could make an announcement and say they were coming, but at least coming to visit. We have a wonderful project this week that's coming to see us all day Friday that is a big one that will have an impact in Nash County and Nashville as well as Edgecombe County. So we're pleased that we continue to get a lot of looks, a lot of calls. The downturn that we went through in the last 3 or 4 years appears to have dissipated, and we're now at a stage where things look like they're turning up. It's always good when the consultants call and say that they have a client who wants to spend some money, and we always are happy to say to them, this is a good place to do that. And so thank you very much for letting me come, Mr. Mayor. Good to see you again.
Thanks for being here.
It's delightful to be in this role. I mentioned to a couple of people that have been or in this room, I helped start this partnership 22 years ago when I was in another role in the state legislature. And so it's wonderful to be back and to be able to help the home communities that we started up, the work we started 22 years ago, to see it come to fruition. Thank you very much, and I'd be happy to ask Krista to answer any questions you got. Or I'd be glad to take any if you have any.
Questions, comments? We appreciate you coming.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. Krista, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item, we have a planning department update. Mr. Hassel.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'll be pretty brief. I know what's on everybody's mind, and last month we approved Newcon as a contractor, and I'm happy to say that I met with them Monday along with our finance officer, Ms. Modlin, and we are on schedule, and we are going to start February the 22nd. We're going to start with some saw cuts and doing some prep work, but we'll be laying concrete shortly thereafter, and we're hoping for a cooperative weather cycle coming up. So I want to let everybody know February 22nd is the day we should start seeing the sidewalk project begin.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Been a long time coming.
It has, and we're very eager.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm glad to see it get going. Thank you for the update.
You're welcome.
Okay, the item number D is consideration of ordinance 2016-01. An ordinance amending the text of the Town of Nashville Code of Ordinances, Chapter 36, Traffic and Vehicles Provisions, which requires me to read it. This being Ordinance 2016-01, an ordinance amending the text of the Town of Nashville Code of Ordinances, Chapter 36, Traffic and Vehicles Provisions. Whereas the Town of Nashville has an adopted municipal code containing regulations pertaining to traffic and vehicles, and whereas Section 36, Article 6, authorizes that the accumulation of abandoned and derelict motor vehicles be eliminated, and that the future abandonment of such vehicles be prevented, and now therefore be it ordained by the Town Council of the Town of Nashville that the Town of Nashville Code of Ordinances be amended to reflect the following changes to Chapter 36, Traffic and Vehicles, Section 36-199, General Penalty, by adding to Section 36-199, General Penalty, if any person shall violate an ordinance of the town regulating the operation or parking of vehicles, the person shall be responsible for an infraction and shall be required to pay a civil penalty not more than $50, required by General Statutes 168-175. And if approved, will be adopted this second day of February 2016 with appropriate signatures and attestations. The reason this is coming forward is that we have had this in the books for many years about derelict cars around town, but we've never had any bite into the regulations requiring people to do things. We've never towed anybody's cars involuntarily. However, back during the time of Mayor Rex Paramore, he had a moratorium on junk cars. If anybody wanted to get rid of them, the town would tow them away free. And quite a few cars went away, but that was a long time ago. And that was just all voluntary thing. But this will put a little bite into it. Does the chair hear a motion we approve this ordinance?
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the resolution be approved. Is there any discussion?
Mayor, I do have a question.
Yes.
Since we've already had this ordinance on the book, just didn't have any teeth to it.
Right.
Being that we've got a little teeth added to it now, would we be privy still to give a person a warning before we cite them?
Well,
Or would we cite them on site?
well, I'm going to assume good policing would allow a warning,
Right.
that our code enforcement people would send them letters. And finally, we get around about the third stage of the thing, and then we start getting
Then it's time to
punitive. Yeah, yeah.
Show them the teeth.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we should run around town and just
Right.
attack people with it. Of course not. We're not gonna do that.
All right.
Other comments? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Accordingly, it is done. Okay, item number 3 is consideration of a budget amendment, which you will find under your green tab. We have a situation here where we had anticipated some revenue from a grant to buy some breathing apparatus for the fire department, and we did not get as much as we had anticipated by $20,986. So we need to reduce those line items by that amount. And what we're doing here is simply changing the amount of money we had budgeted, assuming we'd get the full amount to the amount we did collect. Does the chair hear a motion to approve the budget amendment?
So made.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the budget amendment. Is there any discussion? There being none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Okay, it is done. Okay, the next item on the list is our manager's report. Okay?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to highlight a few things over the month of January and there's some things coming up in the near future. Unfortunately, I have to announce that our library director, Brian Booth, has recently resigned from the town of Nashville. So the town of Nashville is actively away in its efforts to find a new individual to fill that role. So interested applicants can turn to our website to go through the process at www.townoftnashville.com to apply for the position. The town of Nashville is also currently looking into the possibility of placing a weather cam in our downtown district. We're happy to announce that site plans have been approved by staff for the construction of a Zaxby's. Elm Grove Baptist Church is planning on conducting a program on March 19th in Glover Park called Spring Fest. The family-friendly event includes a bouncy house, Nash County K-9's barbecue, retriever dogs, and children's activities.
What is that date?
March 19th. A robbery occurred, unfortunately, on January the 19th on Regency Drive. 3 suspects, however, have been arrested, and stolen cell phones from the robbery have been returned to the victims. The arrests were the result of excellent investigative work by our police department in their efforts to keep our community safe. Our Public Utilities Department repaired 7 water leaks during the past month and conducted repairs to our town library and at the fire department. Immediate objectives for the department include installing water service lines in the Park Avenue area and completing and advertising the Consumer Confidence Water Quality Report. Fortunately, our loose leaf pickup continues to remain on schedule. However, our limb crew are a couple days behind on shipping due to our recent ice storm. I would like to thank the Departments of Public Utilities, Public Works, Fire, and Police who came out during our inclement weather and kept our town safe by treating our downtown sidewalks and public buildings with salt during the storm and responding to many incidents as they occurred on the ground. Volunteers for our fire department logged 240 standby hours at the fire station, equivalent to $2,880 of career staffing money if those volunteers had not been here. And finally, we anticipate having our first fire safety committee meeting sometime during the month of February. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Any questions for our manager? Okay, council comments. Mr. Taylor?
Well, Mayor and audience out here, I have 2 items I wanted to kind of put on the table tonight, but to my surprise, one of them was a downtown traffic cam. And I understand we've already started looking at that, which is great. And my reason was a pitch for it. We're so close to the I-95 corridor where there's always a break for the weather. And WRAL loves to come to Nashville. So if they come to Nashville, they might as well have a camera and put us on the front line. So glad to hear that you're already working on that. Another thing, and before I bring it up, I know there are state requirements and restrictions and other things that we have to look at. But during our last winter storm that we had, I had 2 citizens in Nashville to call that had lost power and wanted to know where could they go for a shelter. Well, I contacted, and I know the county always opens a shelter, and in the past they've had it at Cooper's Fire Department and other places surrounding the county. I called the dispatcher. They said that the only place they had open was Spring Hope Elementary. Now, these were elderly people that called me, and you can't tell elderly people the only place they can go is to leave Nashville and go to Spring Hope. I realize there are a lot of state regulations that we have to abide by, but I would like to see the town to look into the possibility of having a place. Don't make it wide open, publicized to everybody, but if us as council members get a call from somebody, we need to have a place, if possible, where we can say, you can go to this location to at least get some heat or a place to spend the night. And I understand the state regulations, you got to be able to have medical supplies and all the other good stuff, but if there's any way we could kind of sidestep that or do something within legal rights to provide people that I would like to see us kind of examine that idea. See if we could do it.
We went through this stuff several years ago and found out that the complication of running a shelter almost beyond our resources. But having a warming center or something, may be useful. Just like walk in and sit by the fire or something.
Just to stay warm.
Yeah, just stay warm.
Just to stay warm.
That's something we can think about.
And that's all I'm looking at.
Yeah. A little good planning, we'll work on that, right, Mr. Manager?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Mr. Taylor?
No comment tonight, man.
Okay. How's your neck doing?
It's doing better.
Doing good? Okay, good.
So,
Okay. All right, Mrs. Hinton?
No comments tonight.
No comments? Ms. Coble?
Yeah, I too would like to thank, all the town public officials or the town department heads and everybody who put forth extra effort during the recent power outages and everything, and all the people who volunteered to get things done. I do have a couple of announcements that are upcoming events or things I'd like to make the public aware of, as well as other council members. The chamber is continuing the First Friday Coffee this Friday. We'll be getting back together for 2016 for the first time. This Friday will be at the Nashville Exchange at 7:30 in the morning. If you can make it, of course, we always try to get, chamber members and businesses as well as town officials and any employees that can make it. You're certainly welcome to be there. The coffee will be sponsored by John Van with Haney, Van, Bruton, and Crawford certified public accountants. And we're also going to discuss I think I announced last time, the beginning of the Nashville JCs. Very gracious for the Nashville Chamber that had donated the $250 for the charter fee for the JCs, and so we are moving forward with adopting that organization here in Nashville, and we'll talk some more about the membership of all that and everything. So that's really great, because I've talked to a lot of citizens who want to be involved in something like that into the community. And Mayor, one of the first things I want to do is talk about possibly adopting maybe the exits off of Highway 64 as possibly some street cleanup and things like that. So I'm sure we'll talk about that more in the future if that's a possibility.
Adopting it by whom?
The JCs.
Oh, the JCs.
The JCs.
We've got a number of streets around town that have been adopted by different groups.
Okay.
Be
So
fine.
that might be one thing to do.
Yeah, be fine.
And also the chamber is doing their second annual shrimp boil that will be held at Nash Community College on Thursday, March 24th from 7 to 10 p.m. Tickets are $40, and you can either buy online or from one of the chamber members. And new to this year, we will have a partnership with Nash Community College's brewing and fermentation program, so that they will be doing craft beer tasting as part of the event. And it'll be through the college that everybody will be doing that, and we'll have a band as well. And so that's another good event for people in the community.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Everybody okay?
Yep.
All right.
The budget retreat is Friday at
Friday, 9 o'clock. 8:30. I'm sorry, 8:30.
8:30.
And we're gonna meet in the conference room at the town hall.
So go have coffee and then go over to
We
the
can have
vote.
coffee.
We have coffee down at the exchange and drift on up to the meeting. Okie dokie. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. We need now to go into a closed session and discuss some issues, some legal issues with our attorneys and a real estate issue that's come up all of a sudden we need to talk about. The chair here motion we go into closed session.
so moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded we go into closed session. Any discussion? There been none, all in favor indicate so by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Accordingly, we are headed for closed session. Let's assemble over in the room next door here in about 5 minutes. And we'll move forward.